Kiuchi worked for the Japan Air Self-Defense Force in his 20s. He collapsed from extreme stress and had a near-death experience. He crossed the river Styx and was guided through a field of flowers by his deceased aunt before returning to his hospital room. As he regained consciousness and reached for the nurse call button, his heart suddenly stopped, and he thought, "Oh, my heart just stopped." That's when he had his second near-death experience. Seeing his mother leaning over him, he tried to say, "I'm okay," but instead passed right through her. When he turned around, he saw his own body lying in the bed. He tried to reassure his father, then suddenly found himself completely inside his father's body. "I'm okay," he said, and in that moment, he was able to leave his father's body. "Where's my mother?" he wondered. The instant that thought crossed his mind, Kiuchi suddenly found himself standing beside her. She was in the middle of calling his older brother, but she was so shaken that she couldn't even dial the number. No matter how many times Kiuchi tried to whisper the number in her ear, she couldn't hear his voice. Next, he thought of his brother, and just like that, he was suddenly beside him driving toward the hospital. Maybe I can even move through time. Then he thought, I want to identify the mysterious voice I heard when I was 6. One day, suddenly he heard, "Watch out!" He turned, spotted a rock rolling right at them, and reacted instantly, tackling his sister out of the way. They barely missed being hit, but in the process, she tore off her thumbnail. Later, their older brother scolded him. He kept insisting he'd heard a voice, but no one believed him because there was no one there. Transcending 20 years, Kiuchi was there, watching his younger self. Then, the moment came. A rock loosened, heading straight for his sister. "Watch out!" His spirit screamed out loud. His 6-year-old self heard it, turned, and pushed her aside. The mysterious voice he couldn't explain for 20 years was actually his own. Back in his hospital room, Kiuchi wondered, can I travel to the future too? He focused his mind on it, and suddenly, a vision appeared. He saw himself in his 40s, standing in a vast traditional hall decorated with hanging scrolls, speaking to a group of young people about the Earth's environment. 20 years after his near-death experience, in October 1994, Kiuchi was invited to speak at a forum for young people. When he arrived at the venue, he froze in disbelief. It was the exact same hall in his vision 2 decades ago, right down to the same hanging scrolls in that vast traditional room. The vision of the future he was shown during his near-death experience had finally become a reality.